Hey guys, Chris from Hockey Tutorial here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bauer Vapor's Flylite skates. We've done a quick first impressions on them to give you a bit of feedback about what these skates are like on the ice. And I think it's probably worthwhile touching base on what it's like versus some of the other skates we've been testing right now. Is that fair?
Completely agree.
Okay, fair. So first, I'm going to hand off to Tommy, let him tell you what he thinks first, and then I'll tell you what I think after he's had his chat.
Okay, from the get-go, first thing you look at when you look at a pair of skates is the design. I think Bauer have done something here that not many skate brands do. They've made their skate quite leery, quite in your face with the white. And obviously you've got the blue chrome bits here and the blue on the inside. I'm quite a fan of the design. I don't know what Chris thinks. He might disagree with me by the look on his face.
I'll touch base on it.
I quite like the design. They've done the same thing they've done with every Vapor range. The tongue is massive. And for players like me who have their tongue on the outside of their shin pad, that's not a great thing. But I will say the line has felt a lot more comfortable and a lot more cushioning than some of the other Bauer skates that have been released recently and in the past.
I think that's down to the tongue, but I'll touch on it when I talk. You gotta keep going.
Stop cutting me up.
I'm sorry, my bad.
I do, however, think that these are the best and easiest to use Bauer that has come out in a very, very long time. For me, they had so much bend with the eyelets here that obviously have the slits. I don't know whether you can see it where I'm standing now, but there'll definitely be close-ups in the video that are made so that you can really get forward and flex on your ankle. My issue is I found that there was a little bit too much at times, but I'll touch on that a little bit later when we put it up against some of the other skates that we've got here with us. I feel like that's all I can do for first impressions until I go on to versing them against some of the other ones. So I'm gonna pass it on to Chris, let him give his opinion. I'm gonna hobble out of here.
All right. Now guys, for me, excuse us because I've got one Flylite skate on, Tommy's got one FT8 Pro skate on, so we're hobbling on the ice. Now, my first impressions of these skates, I've got to agree with what Tommy said. In terms of comfort, these are the best Bauer skates that I've ever had. Like when you put them onto the ice, every other Bauer skate I've ever had, aside from the Ultrasonics, which I've said so many times, you guys know I love those skates. There was an adjustment period of the Ultrasonics. Now, this is what's interesting. We need more time to figure out if CCM is making skates that are kind of closer to what Bauer does, or if Bauer is making skates that are now closer to what CCM does. That's going to come in the full-on review a little bit down the line. But essentially what I can say about these so far is the comfort is unlike any other Bauer skate that I've had. I think a lot of the padding inside the skate that results in the skates feeling comfortable is coming from the tongue. The liners themselves still feel, you know, as kind of like minimal and dense as the skates get with Bauer's Vapor skates in particular. The idea behind that is because you get a good feel for the skate. These skates naturally make you have to work harder with your ankle mobility. There's very, very little ankle wrapping in these skates based on how the eyelets kind of punch outwards rather than wrap over the top of your forefoot, even if you've baked them or broken them in. So there's a lot of differences with these skates. Your ankles have to work harder in these skates being Bauer skates, and you have to have more control and balance over your body, but that tongue wraps around the top of your foot and creates a hell of a lot more comfort than any other Bauer skate that I've used. Forward flexion in terms of what that feels like, you get a ton of it in these skates, a ton. Those flex notches that they've got there are actually something that you 100% feel on the ice. We didn't skate in the Hyperlite 2s, so we've gone Hyperlite 1, Ultrasonics, Mark skates straight onto the Flylite skates. So there's a big difference. Pardon?
We did the shadows.
Oh, of course, Tommy's saying we also did the shadows. Now, with these, the issue with that is when you're flexing the skate forward and the whole quarter package and the eyelet system is flexing and kind of twisting and bending with you, it feels like at some point it just goes and slides back, which is something that I've not really experienced in any other skate before. That's something that I'm sure you probably get used to if you're somebody that's been in Bauer skates for a long time, but that's the main thing I noticed. The eyelets do work, but they work and then they stop. It's like it flexes and then it reaches its maximum point and then it just slips back, which was something that I hadn't experienced in any of the other Bauer skates like the Shadows or the Ultrasonics or the Hyperlite 1s. But of course the Hyperlite 1s had nowhere near as much forward flexion as these. In terms of tight turns, stops, pretty much anything that you can think of on the ice, it just felt completely natural. It felt like what I was used to with a CCM skate. Unlike anything like a true skate, I have to say that, but it felt very, very close to a jet speed skate, minus the lack of padding around the actual ankles and the foot wrap. It feels like the skate has a hell of a lot more volume inside it. But overall, I'm really surprised in what these skates feel like. I'm not, going to diss Bauer in any way, shape or form, because I think what they've done here is it's a massive improvement on anything that we have seen from them before. And if we say, guys, that's a lot, we're saying a lot there. But what we'll do is we're going to VS these in a very short video against the FT8 Pros, just to give you a little bit of a first impression about what that feels like. As always, guys, a big thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. I'm on 1 foot in skates, 1 foot not in skates, because I am actually taller than Tommy. I'm just going to get that in the video.
Sorry, you want me to go flat footed? There you go.
A big thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Leave any comments you want down below, or any questions you want us to answer about these skates in the comment section down below. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you want to pick up the custom jerseys, Tommy's one, my one, also the training jerseys and scrimmage jerseys, all down below in the video description. But thank you for watching, guys.
Yeah, get yours before I get mine.
And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.